Hey gang. How's it going? So my goal today is to get this Beetle out of Zbrush, and I'm going to start conforming the low poly to the high poly so I can start texturing and stuff. So, and right now, if anyone watched the last stream, he had a bigger bump, and I kind of toned that down. I was talking to Sean, and he was talking about toning it down a bit, so I did that. It was like a shape he liked. I'm like so anyway, that's how that got there. Let me just try and smooth this out a bit. I think we're pretty much ready to go though on this once I don't know, kind of smooth this out a bit. I had to start a bit late today. I apologize for that. I think probably a lot of you guys probably watch it, like read the VODs and stuff anyway, though, so it's okay. So I realize I streaming at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Probably not going to be a lot of people watching, and that's okay. Either way, I'm gonna have to do the work. You know what I'm saying? Seems like a lot of people are getting sick lately. With that Omicron. Hey, Whitechapel. How you doing, man? Or woman? How you doing, person? I think I wanted to adjust something with that text, the chat window thing as well. Just wanted to make it stay up a little bit longer. Doing well. What creature is next after the Beetles? Probably a crocodile, or I think the jackal was on there. Let me check the list. Yeah, crocodile, jackal, and maybe the elemental, the pet elemental, or the elementalist, mage. And presumably in that scenario there'll be, the 4 elements. But that one, I think, like those first three I did, like the bat, the rat, and the snake, were pretty straightforward. But with all these other ones, there's a little bit more variation in, you know, what they could look like. So there's a little bit of kind of waiting to see what kind of concepts Goblin comes up with for stuff, and kind of proceeding from there on some of them, at least particularly with the elemental, the pet elemental. So but yeah, that's what's up on the list. Oh, that's too strong. So yeah, do you think the elemental would be more like a blob, like the original EverQuest, or more humanoid? I am a fan of the EverQuest, the original EverQuest, you know, floating torso kind of look. So I kind of like, we'll see how things pan out, but I feel like it'll be kind of something in that vein of like some sort of floating torso thing. I think Goblin did do like an initial concept of a flame elemental, and it was kind of like that. You can see in the VODs, one of his VODs, I think it's the latest one actually. And it's kind of like a little floating dude, little flaming dude torso thing with a head, you know, like a head and a face and stuff. So, and it looked cool. I kind of did. I liked it, so might just end up kind of doing that. Okay, so now what I want to do with this is slice it up. And maybe I'll just duplicate this. And I have cleaner cut. Greetings. How are you? Okay, sorry about that. I was going to merge these down. Merge down. And then actually I'll probably duplicate that again. Because I wanted to see if I could kind of flare this out a little bit. Oops. Oh no. That's not great. Why you do this? Well, that sucks. Maybe I need to just do it separately and mirror it across. I'm good, thank you. Messed up my sleeping schedule watching US streamers. Ha! Yeah. I've been having a hard time sleeping as well lately for some reason. I know that feel. Well, that doesn't look great. Round this out a little bit more. And don't forget to mirror. Oh geez. Maybe I'll remesh this a little bit and smooth it out. But I think once I get kind of this looking good, I might just say it's good for now. Hope everyone's staying safe out there. A lot of people getting sick on the team, so I hope they all get better soon. Checked history. kind of making that look cool. Okay. Let's say this is good for now. Actually, I already threw this in Blender, so I need to redo that. Oh. I think I have a tendency to hunch over. Okay, so let's get rid of this, and then let's just merge visible. So now we got just everything. And maybe I'll do a decimation. Just cause it's hella dense. Hey Nick, how you doing, man? Put my bottle cap on while this is running. And actually, I'll just let that finish. Okay. Decimate current. Now I got kind of a lower poly slightly. And if I go to Blender, turn that on, and we click the Go Z, it'll just kick it right over there. Doing good? That's good, man. So now I have this in here, I can mess with it. Let's get rid of this. Merge circle. All this other stuff. I'm gonna ditch this because they were lame. Yeah, so this is what we're gonna kind of go with here. So now I just gotta kind of refit. Actually, let's just shrink wrap it and see what it looks like. It's always a good starting point. It is Nick. Maybe it would be easier if I You guys know each other? Making friends. It's one of my guilty pleasures, watching art tosses. Who's this mine? I don't know who that is. I guess it's I'm guessing StarCraft streamer. I never got into the StarCraft in that way. I played like the original StarCraft a little bit, just for funsies, but I couldn't keep up with any sort of the competitive stuff. It's a cool game though, definitely. I could probably be sticking this to stuff. Oh shit, is this doing it right? It's kind of a dramatic pivot there. I need to add another loop there or something, but we'll see. Before I add anything, I want to see how close I can get this. Oh, he's a caster. One of the first to move to Korea and cover the StarCraft scene. Still lives there. That's crazy. It's an American that moved to Korea, I'm guessing. I know of is it Day 9? I know of him. I know of him. I don't know what he's up to these days. But yeah, that's as far as I got into that scene. Knowing of a guy. So, not much. They are still friends with former competitors. Nice. Need to move this down. This is going to be the top here. There's a documentary called Sons of StarCraft covering these two. Interesting stuff. That's cool. The whole esports like situate like the scene is it's cool. I'm like it's really cool that it's gotten to that point. That one kid playing, what was it? Damn, I feel like such an old man not knowing the name of what's we call that? That one kid who made like $1 million or something, several million, I think. Playing that shooty game, the Pew Pew one. Hey Pattis, what's up, man? I used to play with Tasteless and Aratas in Heroes of the Storm. Very nice people. They are really the same people they are on the cast. I speak English. That's cool. It's definitely I like it when, like, you know, public figures like that are just like normal people, cool people, etc. just need to be normal, man. So I got to play with a ton of other pros, commenters. Were you, I guess you must have been pretty good if you're playing with folks like that. Nick's a pro gamer. And yet he still gets killed by a boat. Interesting. Maybe he's getting carried through these StarCraft matches. Coincidence? I'm just messing with you. I tease because I care. I tend to do that, just so you guys know. Just poking the bear. EQ has gnolls and froglocks. WoW has murlocs. I wonder what M&M icon creature types will be. Yeah, I am interested in that as well, actually. If you were to ask Goblin, he'd probably say those mandrakes. So we'll see what actually ends up being. I think it would. I wonder how you could engineer that. I wonder if like the murlocs were engineered to be that, or it just like it's just how the cards fell, if that makes sense. Like, could we set out to intentionally make like the iconic thing? Because you can design all you want, but it also comes down to how people receive it and stuff. So, yeah, it's interesting. I think it also comes down to like how frequently you see them and stuff. Because if it's more of a rare mob and stuff, or infrequently encountered, then you know, it'd be harder to get people to care. Maybe, I don't know. I think Mandrake's may be one of those for us. Yeah. I think he's definitely the top contender right now. I'd like to see what else we can pump out though. Something fuzzy perhaps. I don't know. I think I guess though, if you look at froglocks and murlocs, they're similar. They're similar in the way in that they're neither of them are fuzzy. They're just like little frog dudes. So maybe we should make a frog dude of some sort as well. Sean likes that little frog necromancer concept. I do too, but I don't know if we can use that or not. You know what I mean? Someone made that. I think the sounds of Murlocs is what made them so iconic. Yeah, that definitely is kind of a unique sound for them. I actually really liked the Naga in WoW. I thought they were a really cool design. I mean, I like them more than the Murlocs. Murlocs are cute, but the Naga were really cool. All right, how am I gonna do this? Can I get it? Can I just add one? Is this gonna? Should I just push this out? stuff to do that, maybe. We also have those the were-rats in the dunes. Like, some of it's hard for me to kind of throw out ideas and stuff specifically for an M&M because I still haven't like gotten, like, I'm not really a reader. Shocker, an artist doesn't like to read. So I haven't really read all of the lore and stuff yet. I feel like a shitty M&M guy, but them's the facts, yo. So if there's more lore out there on like what's in the world, I don't know about it yet, so I can't just be like, we should have these things, man. It fits. So I need to maybe do that. Let's get rid of this. Stop being such a lame-o. Where jackals, were rats, and giants are what we've revealed publicly. Yeah. I'm curious to see how the were-rats come out, because that's a cool like mob in general, just like anthropomorphic rat people and stuff. They're always kind of cool in the games I've played, at least so far. Other than play races, Ratmen were cool in EverQuest 1. Sean also likes Ratanga and Ikachu. Yeah, Ratanga they're pretty cute. I don't know if there's a distinction between Ratanga and Ratmen in EverQuest 1. Like, they're in the same universe, so I don't know if it's just like it's the same race and they just made it playable, or it's like different. Because there's also the Kirin, which I think they were different than the Bashir, because they looked different, but they had a different name. So, and they didn't live on a moon. So I don't know. I'm sure there's lore reasons for that, but I don't know. I don't know. How's this? Okay. Okay, we're good there. Let's get rid of this. And let's do the head. EQ1, they looked more cute critters because they used the rat textures really. I mean, they looked cute in both, in my opinion. Oh shoot. I can probably get rid of these. And I can probably isolate these from the rest. Oof, imagine being a were-rat instead of transforming into something cool. Like cool at night, you end up half human, half rat. Yeah. You just get like a hankering for cheese. or flesh, fleshy, cheesy flesh. It's rough. So that's a bad deal. Never got super into EQ2, but that's what I remember. Oh, wasn't Lucin destroyed by Terafram? Frame? I don't know how to say that. That's why they didn't live on there anymore. Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. But like, wouldn't they? Why, if they were Vashir that moved to Norath because Luclin exploded, why aren't they Vashir then? Or I don't know. I don't understand that logic. That specific thing, but I also not being nitpicky about it. I'm just curious. It just makes me think it's like a different kind of group of rat. Or yeah, just more distinguished later on. Whereas the first Ratman seemed like they looked kind of like humanoids with a newbie rat look. Yeah. Yeah, they kind of, with the EverQuest 2 Ratanga, they obviously added more detail to them. So like there's like some of that, I guess, cuteness was kind of, washed away by that. But they also were cute in their own right, so. Maybe, I guess, because the way I always thought about the Kirin was that they were the cat people from like shoot, what's it, Otis, because there are some there, and I think that's what they're called, isn't it? So like maybe all the Vashir just fucking died, and that like, but they wanted to be cat people still, and I don't know, man. I wasn't there. I'm just saying shit. I need to turn this fan on because it's warm. I think Auckland could have been way cooler if they didn't do Vashir personally. Just one man's opinion. I mean, I think the Vashir were a cool race. Definitely, like, as I was looking through the D&D manual and stuff, there was some like cat race. They're called something else, and they look way cooler. And even in like Champions of Norath, they had a Vashir in the second one, and he looked way cooler. So if they just made him look cooler, they would have been cooler, but they were just okay. So, hey Belfaster, what's up, man? The creepy alien NPC race were definitely the polar opposite of cat people. Yeah, so like you're talking about the red dudes or whatever with the brains, or the green dudes. I think they're green. They have the brains and whatever. Those were, yeah, some of the mob designs on Luclin I didn't care for, to say the least. Kind of takes you out of, it took me out of it. Like, it kind of broke a bit of a, suspension of disbelief. So I could not believe it. Let's shrink wrap these bad boys. What is this called? Oh my god. Those red guys as well, like with the tribal red dudes or whatever out there as well, they're not great. I didn't like them, man. But it is what it is. I guess they're trying to do something new. I don't know. Yeah, just all kinds of them. Little green aliens, the hoopers, the hoppers, the Vexthal designs. Were the Vexthal were those like the Reaper looking dudes, or is that something else? Like the black robed people. I like the stuff, but a lot of the other stuff did look like sci-fi movie more than high fantasy. I actually never rated VT on live, but they reminded me of Cenobites from Hellraiser or something. Each were the four-armed ones. The robed ones were shades. Vexthal. Let's look it up real quick. Oh, I never saw these guys actually, because I never did that content. I didn't really do a lot of. They kind of look like vampires with horns and extra arms. Yeah, that's not. Those aren't as bad as the alien dudes. I can find it. Although I guess like technically one of the gods is an alien whose name I don't know how to pronounce, but it's like this guy, the healer. He's got the spaceship. So but yeah, the names were equally as weird. PT Raid has a lot of killing trash bombs. The Luckland just had the model just had so much hit points. It was crazy. It's like they did it just so they couldn't solo stuff as efficiently or something. Trying to kill the solo play. I don't know. Maybe Sean would. Sean might know. Sean did it. That guy. Mr. Burns in that one episode of The Simpsons where he gets irradiated. Oh yeah. I haven't watched The Simpsons in a long time. That would be interesting. I don't know if we talked about that or not, but like having a race that doesn't wear shoes or doesn't have feet, that would be interesting. I think, is it Ashen's a creation that has like the centaur? That's probably something that they have to deal with. This foot is going crazy on me here. This is probably not too exciting to look at, I'm afraid. I'm sorry, guys. This is what I gotta do right now. I can switch to the face, make it look cool, make it look more interesting. I added eyeballs. I think the Shasar were the race that launched with Lucklin. That could have been really interesting. Yeah, instead of they could have gone an interesting way with that, with their history with the XR and all that. XR couldn't really wear plate, so having a race that didn't have a foot slot wouldn't be a big leap. Yeah, but like the XR could still wear like a full set of everything, and you could make like a, an XR only set if you wanted to, or and then later on made armor that they could wear anyway to put them on the same level. Actually, they kind of got a boost out of that, didn't they? Because of their racial, but halflings should technically not have a foot slot. Yeah, so that's one thing that I want to do for our halflings is, at least with the texture, they won't have feet or shoes covering their feet, at least in the texture, because we probably still want to let them wear like equipment and stuff in that slot, but it's not going to show. And I feel pretty strongly about that, and I know Goblin mentioned that he feels similarly, so there, I said it. Controversial. Shrink wrap. You could just model all of the halfling shoes to have a little shoe sunroof. So the hair, for the hair to poke out. That's a pretty cool idea. I think what we'll probably do is just make like a little anklet thing. I could just like arrange the UVs so that they only cover a certain part. It also comes down to how we kind of do that for all the races across the board and everything, so. I need to add more geo for this little face thing he's got here. Oh man, my posture is bad and my neck is killing me. It's not great. If I name these, it might be easier. the eyeball. I'm not gonna really pop it out too much or anything. Oh crap. Son of a... I know what I'm doing. Don't worry. Everything's under control. Body. HP. Leggies. HP. Leggies. LP. Mandy's LP. Actually, I could probably... I'm thinking I can reuse the mandibles. Which ones did I want to do? Just the downward ones, so get rid of these. These are the ones. So, since I didn't really sculpt them, I just used the low poly in Zbrush, and I can probably just leave it because there's no information there. So what am I missing? Body, low poly. Yeah, okay, cool. Mandibles. Okay, let's see. You know what I probably should have done? Should have just put everything in. Oh gosh. Get in the folder, you guys. Come on now. I tell ya, some people. Okay. So this is the low poly now. It's kind of unremarkable without any kind of detail. And I have not fixed the EVs, so that's cool. But I think I can. I still need to fix these feet, but I think then I'm probably good to start like making stuff. Because that's the fun part. Oh shoot, something's going on here. Decisions were made here. What is happening? What has happened here? This is crazy. Stuff's broke. What? Okay. How's this supposed to be? So I need another thing here for some reason. Why am I going crazy with this? Okay. Anyway, I guess I'll just do this. It was missing Somehow it like lost one of the edges. Hope I didn't like merge it, like it's like on top of something else. I need to merge. Merge everything so I don't have any weirdness later. These feet are, these ankles. That's their weakness. If you want to kill any of the beetles and monsters in memory, just go for the ankles, man. Because they are not strong. Oh, you know what I did? I probably like collapsed an edge there and that messed it up. That's probably what happened. Victim of my own consequences. Well, well, well. If it isn't the consequences of my own actions. Probably deserved it too. I was asking for it. Look at the way I'm dressed. It's jokes, people. It's just jokes. Don't want any angry letters in the morning. Oh, man. So Beetle should be 100% drop rate, basically. Yeah. I think, like, it's weird. Like, it makes sense that we can't, like, have drop rate 100% for everything. But, like, at the same time, it's like, can we not just, like, make some stuff drop all the time and just make it really cheap to the vendors or something? I don't know. Maybe it's just not even worth it at that point because people will just not loot them. I don't know. Like, unless you like did a critical hit and just like totally wrecked the thing you're fighting. Like, why doesn't it drop legs? Are they all little pill beetles everywhere? Am I talking nonsense? I feel like I'm talking nonsense. Leggies, HP. Oh, what's happening there, friends? That's what that was. Okay. Let's do another shrink wrap, but let's put it up here. Let's do leggies. I think there's some fun in the random element to it. Maybe the chance is that those parts were damaged and are not salvageable, but more realistic would be that you could just carry the whole beetle back and dissect it. You know what? That's really an interesting thought. What if like that was a trade skill or something, where you could sell a corpse to like a necromancer as like a resource, and then they could do something with it, harvest it or something. Because in Vanguard, you could like the necromancers could. They had a spell several spells that they could cast on corpses. One of them being oh crap. One of them being you know, they harvested body parts out of something they just killed. I'm gonna need more edge zips on these leggies and these joints, aren't I? We might do that. Sean likes that idea. Yeah, I think that would be cool. Imagine needing a caravan to bring a dragon's corpse back to town. Yeah. That'd be cool. Have the caravan stuff been like, is that something that's been fleshed out and or mentioned to the public? Is that something you can talk about more? Have to chop it up and chop it up and get out the front door. Yeah. Well, I'd imagine like some stuff like the head that you could obviously that you could loot that and then the head would be gone from the corpse because someone would want that for put it on their mantle, you know, because we're doing housing. That's what I would want. I would want a dragon's head. I was talking about you mentioned the caravans, needing a caravan. And I was just curious if there was more information on that we can talk about, or that you could talk about. Because I'm curious, like what that entails and stuff. So I didn't want to like say anything I wasn't supposed to. I also don't know anything about that, so it's fine. I mean, I don't even know if there are any, actually. I'm just kind of assuming. Thought I heard something about something. But maybe I don't know something about something. Okay. Raise that. Raise that up. Well, more pack animals or other objects like carts to pull certain really heavy weight items from distant zones. Gotcha. That's, yeah, I remember the pack animals thing. That makes sense. So that'd be cool. Oh crap, I need to shrink wrap again. I swear. Yeah, so every time you bring up like pack animals, I think of Dungeon Siege, and I actually started kind of playing it a little bit, Dungeon Siege 2 again, and I'd really like to, it'd be fun to play that on stream or something. I don't know if people would rather me not just do art instead or something. But I was thinking that would be a fun thing, because there's things to be learned and such from that. I think, speaking of pack animals, you know, and they have like some really cool dungeony things that I like in that game as well. Okay, where are we at on this? I like the idea of dedicating a stream here and there to various games. I'll probably do it when I get back to active streaming. Yeah, that'd be cool. I'm looking forward to seeing your streams, dude. Do you know when you're gonna? Is there like a specific kind of time or date or whatever you're gonna be able to do that, or it's just kind of like either when you're kind of in the mood or you're waiting for something in particular? If you don't mind sharing, I don't want to like call you out or anything. If you just be like, you know, yeah. Anyway, I don't want to say anything. Get me in trouble. Probably already in trouble. I can connect this here like so. And then maybe I can do. Let's leave that, I guess. Basically make it block weapons being equipped, spells, and cast if a large loot item is in an inventory. Kind of like a classic capture the flag mechanic. Oh, what are you talking about, Belfaster? Are you talking about pack animal? Like, I don't. Are you talking about pack animals or something else? Oh, like you're holding it and you can't fight because you're got like two hands. Is that what you mean? I have some target milestones in mind for M&M when I want to start. Just why I keep putting it off. Ha. Try to start by the end of January though. Cool. Looking forward to it. Yeah, if you're like doing some coding things, I guess it's harder to stream those, like if you're in the database and stuff. So, but yeah, it will be cool. And one thing I'd like to do as well is, at some point, it'd be fun to do like a whole team stream thing. I don't know if it'd be like just us talking, or we'd play something, or do like a playtest. I imagine we'd probably do a playtest while talking about stuff. That would be the most efficient use of things. Oh. Interesting, I can't hide that when I'm isolating those. got kind of an indented forehead, so I'm just gonna pull this stuff in. Also there's like, I'm wondering if I wanna I was thinking about like how I wanted to bake things. Like, should I make because I have the high poly, I have the low poly, and I'm wondering if I should make like a mid poly to bake down to, and then it would have the same UVs as the low poly, and then I could use that for baking, and then I would have a better bake on things. But there's also the fact that I'm not gonna use like a lot of the bakes for straight, just throwing it on there. I'm just gonna paint over it anyway. So, like, maybe it's not even worth it. I just need kind of a foundation to draw on, or I want a foundation to draw on. Just makes it easier. But yeah, it's kind of tough to show my whole workflow on stream without maybe setting up some scenes. Might have to actually use the stream deck I have. Yeah, I have one, and I guess I don't use it too much, but I can like zoom in on stuff. And then that's all I really use it for, at least while streaming. I have like some other buttons for various other things in OBS and whatnot, but yeah. I was thinking about, spending some time and setting up some like other cool stuff. Like Leorn board thingies and funny like Snapchat filters and all that stuff. But I don't know, man. I'm not very exciting to like, I'm not like I don't know. I'm not cool enough to pull that stuff off, I guess. But anyway, I think this is probably good. I just need to finish the EVs now. I had something and then I that's another reason to put it off. I was planning on doing a bit of gameplay focus stuff. Yeah. Yeah, it'd be cool to do some of that stuff, but I guess I'm like, I don't know, it depends on when I do it, I guess, but sometimes I'm just like, maybe I'd rather just spend the time working on the stuff. So, that's my story. And this song needs to end. Let's end this song. Killing the vibe, bro. Do I want to change any of these guys either? I think we're good on supporting edges. Maybe they need something right here. That's fine. What's happening here? Making low poly stuff is like almost more challenging in a way, I guess, because it's like you really have to think about where each vert goes and how it affects the shape of things. And like how it catches shadow and stuff like that. So especially with something round like this, I'm just like, let's try and make sure it looks good. But there's also like, I don't know if Sean wants me to just like have flat edges, because there's I remember him saying something about that with the rat, like I've told him like I'm totally down for the style, and like I understand it, but also like I don't want it to look bad either, like intentional, like unintentionally bad. We want it to look bad intentionally in a very specific way. So there's that balance. And I'm probably gonna cut this off of this one too, actually, so that I can just do that separately. I'm curious, what are your guys' like favorite from EverQuest 1, what's your favorite like mob? Like from like a aesthetic standpoint. Oh my god. That hurt. Like is there like a particular monster model or whatever that stands out to you more so than others, I guess? Or is like one that's like you think is really cool, you'd buy like a statue of or something? Or you'd like wear a t-shirt with it on it, like representing. Differently from like the discussion about the Murloc earlier. That's like an iconic thing, but like I'm talking about something that is more mundane, but like you just really personally like. Is there anything that you guys like that is like that, I guess? Nick likes the orc. Yeah, okay, so I actually totally agree with you. I really like the Death Fist orc with the, you know, the bronze or the gold, whatever. I'm assuming that's the one you're talking about as well, because that's more iconic than the rest, in my opinion. But correct me if I'm wrong. I actually did. I think maybe you've seen this already, but I'll share this with the class. I did that. Did a Death Fist orc sculpt there. And let's zoom in, guys. Let's use the button. Oh wow! Oh wow! Look at that! Wow. So The slimmer dragons? Whitechapel like the slimmer dragons. Are you talking about the worms? Or just the classic dragon like Lord Nagathan? I'm unaware of fatter dragons. So I thought they all had like the same one. Same model. Oh, okay. The classic dragon. Gotcha. Yeah, if I only know of the classic dragon model because I didn't really do any raiding, and you know, after kind of Plains of Power, I kind of stopped playing anyway, so I never really saw any other dragon model. I experienced mostly the Crushbone ones early on, but I really liked the Deathfist ones too when I saw them. Yeah, I kind of spent a lot of time on Fade War myself, so Crushbone orcs are kind of more what I'm used to, and I like those too, but I think the Deathfist orc kind of get up is more flashy. I think it looks cooler. But I definitely like Crushbone. That's one of my favorite places. I think yeah, that's a cool place to be. A little castle and stuff. It's really cool. Just orcs in general, can texture them on a ton of cool ways. Rygor were cool too. Snow orcs, Neverfrost. Yeah, definitely. It was it's a cool model for sure. I didn't like the new when they kind of redid them in whichever expansion they did that in. I don't know if it was Lost Dungeons or something before it, but yeah, I didn't like the other orc models. Okay, so we have average size. And this is stretching like hell. So let's see what we can do about that. Maybe I should just cut this off entirely. No, that's not the one I want. I want this edge. Oh, I love the Will Sappers from Mistmore. Hunched over vampire ladies. Those are pretty cool. I'm trying to think as well, actually. I definitely think the orc is cool. I guess I could just like based on what I sculpted. I did the Ixar. I did that orc. And I did the troll. I did like a bunch of trolls. I did the butt scratch troll. So those are my favorite models, I guess. I also did, let's see what this is. No. I did a human. I was gonna like kind of what I wanted to do was did the barbarian as well. I did the human and the barbarian. What I was hoping to do was kind of go through all the player races and kind of do like a remastered sculpt of everything. So these look pretty cool, I think. I probably need to, if I were to go back on that, I would need to do some tweaks and stuff, but yeah, I did so many Ixar sculpts though, like these are just 4 of the more interesting ones. And there's this one, and then there's this one, and then there's this one. I like Ixars, yo. I actually really like how this head came out. This was like a cool head design. Oops, get out of here. And then I kind of changed it to something that was more like the model, because this was more stylized. So I did a bunch of those. And I still haven't finished it because I couldn't decide on what I wanted to do with it. So I have several hundred saves on that one. But oh hey, I also did of course the most iconic piece I have is the Froglock. I did the Froglock too. I did a bunch of different Froglocks too, actually. I made a pink one. You guys like pink Froglocks? And there's some other iterations I gave him like a shit ton of muscles. Actually, that was another one I kind of started sculpting on again. Some of them I just kind of just to warm up or just noodle around. I just open up like an old one. Do I have open with let's not do that. Can I open Froglock? No, I can't do that. Bummer, dude. Can go down a little tangent here if you indulge me. Open scene. Actually, let's open recent scene. Because he looks way cooler in this viewer. And actually, this one has ray tracing too, which is cool. Skip for now. Yeah. So it looks pretty cool. Classic. He turned out cool. Like I spent like 3 months working on this guy, and he turned out really cool, but I want to kind of redo him already. So I'm resisting the urge to, you know, kind of waste time going back on old stuff. But maybe one day because like some stuff I was like learning how to do. Like I made the chain in Substance Designer. You know, like I'm not really happy with how some of the metal came out. So just some minor things. A lot of it is texture that I want to kind of fix, but yeah. So anyway, I wonder if I have the troll in here too. And that's another one, like My original intention with him was to make like the naked troll, and then I wanted to make like a set of armor. I was gonna do the plate as well. Oh, I can't open that one. Open. Yeah, well, maybe if I go to the location. Armor set. Really like those gloves. Thanks, man. Yeah, and here's the troll. This is another one where like the material is kind of, I don't know, it could be better, I think. But I mean, it's easy to nitpick my own stuff. I think it turned out pretty cool though. So, and then obviously I can also, now that I kind of know how to rig a little bit, I can pose them better and stuff as well. So anyway, that's my tangent on my old stuff. Thank you for indulging me. Get back to doing boring UV stuff. Wonder if I can do that without it messing things up. It's probably fine. We'll try it. I can always fix it later. Okay, so what are we missing? Oop. Got the legs on there. Need to do the mandible still, and then I think we're good to try something. So once I get the UVs done, I can throw. Actually, I'm gonna need Marmoset open for that too. So, and I need to kick out this as like a higher poly too. How do I want to do this? I probably want to break it up into parts as well, but I'll do that in a sec. How are things going, Goblin? You doing okay? Doing good, staying safe. We were talking about some, I think it was White Castle, or I think it was White Castle was asking about the elemental, or just like the next stuff in general, next critters and whatnot. And one of the ones on the list is the elemental. Yeah, I saw that kind of first draft of the something. I assume it was like a it looked like a fire elemental to me. It looked cool. Oh, is there no thing here? Where did I did I not model this? Where did I get this? That's weird. Let's redo this real quick. 'Cause I don't need these. Dang it. Oops. Maybe I did add those so that it had a bit more something. Who knows? Mark sharp. Mark sharp. That doesn't seem to add anything though. Oh well. I'll roll with this for now. Average the size. Let's pack those puppies in here. And I'm gonna probably change the size of things. I also need to what do I need to do? Modifiers. Oh, this is still doing that. I should probably apply this. Cool. I don't think I'm gonna need anything that isn't mirrored. I'm just gonna mirror everything so I can arrange them. And I want to arrange them. Which part is this? So this is the part I want to make sure is. And this can be small. I don't need this. So I don't know if anybody knows, and like who out there knows like about UVs. It's kind of it's how the texture lays on the model, and kind of how you lay it out is sort of important because you want to get the most resolution on the important parts, and so you can make some of the other things smaller. And I'll probably make the back of it, cut this off and actually make this smaller. So I don't need that to be big. But so the head's kind of important, and the butt is probably the two most important parts. So I want to make those as big as I can. And then, oh shoot. Really, bro? Just gonna crash on me like that? That's not cool. I thought we were friends. Oh. Oh. Oh man, I'm burning this thing into my screen here. I need to change that. So, hopefully Blender's autosave is quite good. Last session. Let's try this. Well, that's just not terrific. That is not the one I want. Software is never your friend. Yeah. Blender is pretty good though with about this. Like it doesn't, I mean, it doesn't crash too much, but when it does, like the autosave feature is pretty good. Here we go. So it recovered from just before. Just like right after I did this part here, so that's not too far. I didn't lose much there. And the mandibles and the legs, honestly, I'm probably gonna make those like not entirely solid color, but like it's gonna be mostly kind of like a black and then with some highlights, so probably make those kind of small. I'll just put them in the corner here. Let me save this real quick though. Yeah, Blender's pretty good about recovering from a crash, and so is Zbrush for that matter. Zbrush like kind of saves. It like has an autosave like all the time that is actually a little annoying sometimes when it like stops you from doing stuff and it's like, hang on bro, we're gonna save. But it's definitely nice when it does crash and you're like, thanks Zbrush, you did have my back. So yeah, so there's that. So this can go somewhere over here. And oh, what? Okay, it is not liking me having multiple things at once there. Something specific I'm doing is breaking it. That's on me. That's on me, fam. I did it. Let's just join it then, so I can do it all at once. So I want this over here. What is this? This is the bottom. This can be pretty small because that's the bottom. I need this is the head. I need that to be here somewhere. And I need to cut that up again because I crashed. Okay, so this is the bottom. That's the bottom. So rotate it so he's looking at me, and then I'm probably gonna want to mirror this. Mirror like that. So we got those. These mandibles are gonna be like one color. These are pretty small and not needed. Make this bigger, I guess, now. And this is the belly. Make that a bit bigger. Got space for it. Okay. Maybe the bottom, but what if the death animation makes it roll over? Good call. That is a smart man. I make it a bit bigger. Definitely have the room for it now, so thanks for that. You make a good point. Stuff this in here. That's thinking with portals. Which one is this? It's the back of the head. What's the other one? What's this one? Oh yeah, so I can make this one big and this one's small. I've killed enough beetles in EQ. Yeah, definitely gonna have some roly-poly beetles, I think. Because they're fun. Okay. Make that slimmer. I could probably just kind of squish this because it's. And I could honestly make these maybe slimmer too. I wanted to. I need to hug. I don't want to do that. Let's make this sideways. So now like this part of it is just like trying to fit everything in the square. It's a bit of a puzzle. It's kind of fun, but also sometimes you're just like, come on, man. So that's what I'm doing right now. And like I said, the larger stuff is gonna get more resolution. You don't want to go too crazy because then you'll notice like the resolution change. But I mean, the larger pieces like the butt and stuff, you want to try and get some in there. So I'm just seeing what I can fit where. Maybe the Autobot doesn't like that. Yeah, I have my Autobot is like very aggressive, so I apologize. That was funny though. Okay, I got kind of dead space here. What do I want to put there? Let's make this bigger, I guess. This is the back of the head, right? No, it's not. Maybe I can have both of them there. Outdoor dungeons, like the Rygor Fort, was cool. Wasn't much stuff like that in the base game. Oh yeah, I remember Pattis making me camp Rygor Castle for the tunic that dropped there way back. Yeah, and the cool thing about the outdoor stuff is like you can obviously use Spirit Wolf and stuff, which is great. It has a different feel though, like camping. I never did the Rygor Castle, but like the Aviax, the Country Fried Chicken or whatever it's called. I don't know, it just felt different for me than being in although like Mistmore was an outdoor as well, but that felt like more of a dungeon than the Aviax and stuff. So I don't know, it's just I guess it's just like what you know, just by the location or something. They have different feels and stuff, so I don't know. Yeah, outdoor felt safer. I don't know if safer is what I would be the feeling. I guess it almost kind of like maybe not as safe because like stuff could just wander up and start gnawing at you from behind, like just like a lion roaming around or something, you know. So I felt more exposed almost. I'd rather be like kind of hunkered down in the corner of a dungeon or something where they can only come at me from one angle. The only danger there is like, I guess the difference in danger is like being able to run if you need to. So I don't know, maybe piranhas are a bad example because they're so big and you gotta run hella far for safety. Yeah, the Dragoon. Did EQ, base or later, just have basic stat differences depending on indoor-outdoor mobs or melee caster types? Organically, it felt like it felt like it at the time, but I don't remember it as a rule, at least until later on. I guess just to make kiting just a bit more challenging. So I played like a necromancer and I played pure casters for the most part, so not a wizard, and I didn't really do kiting, so I can't speak to like how that felt. But yeah, the times I've done kiting, it felt like, I don't know, you just need a lot of gear, I guess, that I didn't have because I was just never successful. Like I would just run out of mana. I don't know. What the fuck? So, that's my story. View wide. I'm gonna add some feats to these. I don't know if these will be good or not, but it's kind of little featsies. Oh, this one already has it, so it's just being consistent then. True, but you also have more angles to escape outdoors. Also, at that point, I was a druid, so we had ranger and druid harmony. I guess because like enchanter was kind of my main, more for the majority of it. I prefer dungeons because I had more opportunity to, you know, use crowd control abilities versus being outdoors where it's easier to kind of pull stuff solo. I don't know, I just felt like there was greater need for an enchanter in a dungeon, and that's where I gravitated towards. But I also just really like doing dungeons, so I don't know. It's just it's kind of a playstyle thing, I guess. I don't know. And being an enchanter, I didn't want to have to try and kill stuff myself. I wanted the group to do it, and I would just sit there and buff and mez things. That's the life. After 20 years, I'm finally doing some pure casters. Really? Run speed, levitation, terrain geometry gave a huge advantage outdoors if you had those buffs. Like a 70% of classes didn't get classes didn't get to really participate in that. Yeah, pretty much needed to be, you know, druid ranger, I guess, if you wanted to do that stuff. I actually saw some Shadow Knights fear kiting and stuff before as well, and I kind of wanted to try that, honestly. Like, that seems, I don't know how chill that would be, but I would think it would be kind of chill because you're just kind of pounding away. And as long as you just keep the fear up, you know, it's pretty easy. So, I don't know. I don't know. Are we happy with these legs? Do I need... Maybe I need another loop on these. Yeah, boxed a character or a chanter on Mangler, level of Necro, in P99. The outdoor pop zones, trying to do something like Nightmare with the traditional tank heal group just felt brutal. Because the mobs were hit so hard. I did some sort of, I remember I had a Necromancer in the pop era. And I guess it was like we had like I went in there into the Nightmare with it was just me and a bard, I think, and he would pull some stuff and just like circle around me, and I would just throw dots on everything, and we would just kind of like, you know, whittle stuff down like that, and that was kind of an interesting way of doing it. That was kind of cool. I like playing like tanks and stuff, but I'm not like a gear, someone who like hunts gear very well, so when there are those classes that require really good gear and stuff to keep up, I just like, I can't, man. It's like homework. I don't want to do it. So I wish they're like, I don't know. If they're, I guess at least like, if the gear is, at least with EverQuest, gear hunting is like a whole different beast. But in other games, at least they, you know, there's quests and stuff, and there's kind of like upgrades, sort of built into the thing. What the heck is this? What am I doing? What is this? Oh no, I messed up the legs. I messed up. Okay, there we go. I fixed it. Crisis averted. Okay, so I'm gonna save this again. And then I'm going to open up Marmoset and I'm gonna try and bake some stuff, I guess. I need to export this. How do I want to do this though? Well, maybe I'll just stop here actually, and do that later and think about it, because it's like 8:30 and my brain's starting to go. So nobody wants to watch that anyway. It's cool. We're good. But yeah, maybe I'll just call it here. I'm pretty tired actually. Oh, got some good combos going though. Hate to kill that. Yeah, swarm kiting. I saw someone do that before and it was nuts. Yeah, actually, like like real bard swarm kiting is pretty interesting. I don't think I could do it, honestly. Yeah, I guess you'd probably have to have a lot of patience to be able to kind of get the timing down and stuff. I think I removed the ability to do that target limit. They did it on blue, P99 blue. I don't know if green was affected in that change. Maybe it is. I would imagine, maybe. Bard charm kiting is crazy to watch. I played Pally for a long time. I have done my time tanking. There was a cleric enchanter duo that did something similar to in the playing tactics pit. They would pull a swarm, charm one thing at a time, and let it get beat down a few, and then mem wipe and finish it off. Get full credit. Yeah, the mem wipe stuff is crazy. I did that a bunch. Yeah, enchanter and cleric together are pretty beefy. It's really the enchanter and the cleric just make sure he doesn't die. But yeah, it's pretty cool. On the Project 2002, or what is known now as the Wayfarer's Haven, I have an enchanter and a cleric, and I ended up making a warrior because I needed to a tank until I could get like more reliable charms. Except they kept breaking on me, and I would get my ass kicked by my pet. And I just wound up keeping the tank, honestly, because the warrior got pretty interesting actually, with some of the later additions to it in the pop era, like shielding in they just got a bunch of like those tomes or whatever they're called, and they got a bunch of abilities that was kind of interesting. So, and I liked tanking, so yeah. I like my XR warrior. It's hard to gear them, and I'm not a good gear hunter, as I said, so maybe I shouldn't have been in an XR. I mean, my enchanter died a lot, even in like a full group with a cleric. There was one run, we were in Howling Stones, and I gave my pet that ranger dagger, that procs conflagration, it's like the 600-700 dot direct damage spell, and he broke. The charm broke, and then he turns around and procs immediately with that on me, and then a wanderer comes around the corner and then harm touches me, and I'm just dead. So that was fun. I had all sorts of crazy deaths like that on my enchanter on P99, so yeah, if you're living on the edge, that's one of the most fun for sure. He was like, yeah, it's real fun to like get a really beefy pet like that, but like it's really scary as well, because you know at any second you're gonna die. Make some buzzsaw pet. Yeah. So we're not gonna do this tonight. I'll close that. Maybe I'll save all these out or something. So this is going to be merged with the head as well, actually. Oh, actually in this part too. I probably need to cut that up. We could do this real quick, I guess. Since I got like 20 minutes. That will be a challenge for you guys, maintaining the spirit of high risk reward without it being outright broken. Yeah, that's I think it's I remember seeing Sean post like something about not even trying to balance stuff. I don't know how much of a joke that was versus like being serious. But like, you know, Enchanter, Necromancer, like those are pretty broken. Like if you really think about it. So like if you try to balance stuff, then we're not gonna be able to do that sort of thing. So I think we're either gonna have to just accept we're just, you know, stuff's gonna be kind of crazy. And I guess it's just kind of managing just how crazy that is. Or we're gonna try and balance stuff, and then we're gonna, you know, it's gonna be different feel, I think. So I think a little bit of broken is fine. Perfect balance between classes makes a dull game. Yeah. Well, yeah. I think it depends on the game though, because I don't think you need to worry about balancing. Like balancing is like kind of a PvP thing you need to worry about. Like PvE, like it's not that big a deal. So I kind of hope he was kind of serious about it, because I think he was, but I don't know. I guess we'll find out at some point. It was probably a bit strong, to be fair, but also fun as hell. And don't want that taken out either. Yeah. Give charm pets a rage buff for seconds if it breaks. Rage buff. Hyper focus the enchanter with bonus damage haste. Unbalanced PvE gives classes meaning. Exactly. You got it right there. Yeah. I think that's one thing that I like. I'm not a PvP person really. Like I played the shit out of Overwatch, but that's a shooter, and it's easier to like base the skill on the player and stuff. But for something like you know, fantasy role-playing game, I don't really enjoy PvP in that setting. So I'm all for like having a crazy unbalanced PvE game in this context. So okay, I need to merge all these bits together here. Merge down. Merge down. Okay. And what are we at? Not even half. Let's go to Dynamesh, turn off blur. Let's do 0.5 and then Dynamesh that sucker. Good. Deform is what I want. Okay. So that's, oh shoot. PvP is an MMO, just doesn't do it for me. PvP as an yeah, okay, I can speak. Yeah, like I think especially when like there is PvP in an MMO like that, and they like have to do changes that affect PvE because of PvP reasons, that really freaking sucks. I don't like that at all. Like that really sucks. It's a not fun scenario. Okay, so what do I want to do with this? Maybe I'll just merge all of the body. Anyway, merge down, and merge this, I guess. This is gonna mess it up. I'm a PvP guy, and honestly, it does have the tendency to ruin games like this, and we have things like Rocket League and League of Legends to blow off that kind of steam. Yeah, exactly, Belfaster. Like, I think, you know, PvP is fine. Like, I like PvP in certain settings, even, and I'm not like huge on it, even though I played the shit out of Overwatch. But like, that's it. It's a different game. It's designed for that sort of thing. So like, when I'm playing an MMO, I wanna, I don't want to deal with that stuff. It's like, so yeah, I think we're all on the same page from the sound of it. There was a time I did competitive play in shooters, playing in ladder tournaments and everything, but in an MMO, PvP focus becomes too much of a balancing act. Yeah, and like again, like me not being like a gear driven person, it really feels weird to like, I don't know, like there's a level of skill that is lost for me somewhere when like someone rolls up with like this crazy gear and you can't do anything about it. Like there's no hope. And like it's just because of gear, you know? It's like, what? I don't understand the point of that really, because it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, why? I don't know. It's yeah, anyway. It's like you won because of gear, and you think you're good. And like there's obviously skill to be had and stuff in this situation, or in those types of games and stuff, but you know, I think it allows people like to be successful without being good, more or less. I don't know. I feel like I have like strong opinions on this, but I don't really care because I didn't really do battlegrounds and shit and WoW or whatever. So. Okay, what do we got on this? 2 million. Holy shit. That's fine. It's gonna be lower now anyway. I could probably do one. Not that it matters. Oh, something just broke there. That's not great. Oh, damn. Something just broke there. Okay. What do we got here? Let's lower it some more, I guess. Yeah, I don't want to lose, like, I didn't want to lose the detail on this. Let's go back. I'm trying not to lose the detail on the belly here. Like, when I dynamesh on a lower resolution, it kind of like gets that ugly. Why is this looking weird? What's happening under here that is causing problems? I don't know. Oh, that was a crack. I think I mean I don't know, like I feel like Overwatch like balanced things in an interesting way, at least. Like at least you had like I don't know if it would be like it would be wise to say that it's like balanced well, because everyone would always have something to complain about, and I think even there's some stuff about it that may not be great, but like at least they built in like counters to stuff. I think that's where kind of the balance comes in. You don't like make someone stronger or weaker. You just like give the players a way to beat it, like defeat, solve the issue with something that they can do, versus just like lowering the damage or hit points of something. So like imagine like if there was a dragon in the dungeon somewhere and people were like, it's too strong, make it like lower the damage on it or whatever. But like instead of doing that, we just said, here's a new spell, or here's class or something that can kind of negate that sort of damage or whatever. I think that's a more interesting way to do it. I guess that it also depends on the situation and stuff, and obviously some stuff you just need to like be like, oh, that's too much damage, we're gonna need to lower that or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. Check out Madison Seating and look at a nice chair, like a Elite or Elite V2 will help your back. They sell lightly used fancy chairs. I'll take a look at that, but I think the problem is just my posture is like hunched over my desk. I think what I need maybe is like a sit stand desk where I can raise it up a little bit, and maybe because like my desk is pretty low, honestly. So maybe if I were able to change the height of it or something, I could like sit up differently. I don't know. But yeah, something I should probably look into, actually. They feel uncomfortable at first because they kind of force you into a decent posture, and your body doesn't want that at first. Yeah, I have pretty bad posture. It only like really like stresses my body when I'm like working in Zbrush and stuff, because I'm like I kind of like get into it in my, I don't know, like my neck kind of goes forward and just strains it even more than usual, because normally I can kind of lean back and chill a bit more, but I don't know. Yeah, so I need to maybe look into that. And I want to save this actually too. Just yeah. Okay, so we got the head, we got the body, and then the legs are probably already good to go. And then that's it. So that's not bad. So let me export these. I'm actually gonna make that crazy high. Export. I don't have a Beetle one. Okay, what do we got here? This is the body. Ooh. Let's do high poly body. Oh, I was thinking there. Export. High poly legs. You can also look around Craigslist and the like. All those remote work transitioning, that there's a ton of available. Maybe. Actually, yeah, there was some. Yeah, I'll have to look into it. Companies will buy tons of expensive office furniture when they start up and sell all of their most of it off on the other side. Even find a good deal on a sit stand. Yeah, my girlfriend actually just got one, so I might just go to where she went and got hers. Hers is pretty good actually, although it doesn't have the memory buttons, and I think I'd want a memory button. What are we looking at here? It's the head. Okay. All right, so I have all three. These are like three different sections broken up, and I exported them separately. Then I'm gonna bake them separately because I wanna get some good textures on like around the back of the head and the legs and stuff. So in order to do that, you gotta like separate it. So that's why I did that, and I can do the same thing. I'm just gonna. I might keep that actually. I'll separate these two. Okay, so we got a save button first of all. I'm in Dallas area, and there would be post selling like 20 chairs and all the pre-COVID. Yeah, I'm the Herman Miller. You know, we had some fancy like ergonomic chairs at my office, and I hated the thing. Like, maybe it's because, like you said, it was trying to force me to sit in a certain way. But like, I don't know. It didn't work for me, at least. I don't know. Maybe it's just that I was sitting in it wrong and I refused to do anything about it. But I don't know. What would be cool is if before we got those chairs, I had a really cool chair that I could lean back in, and I got like an ottoman for my feet, and I would just kind of lean back, and I felt great. That worked real well for me. But I couldn't do that anymore. Can't do that anymore with the way that they. Of course, I work from home now, so I could totally do it. I just need to get a different desk. Okay, so we need to export this. And I think once I'm done exporting these, it's about bedtime anyway. So I'm gonna finish exporting these little pieces, and then I'm gonna call it a night. This is gonna include UV maps. Oh shit! I didn't select the right option on that. What is the purpose of the coordinate matrix color stuff? Sorry if you explained earlier. I had to step away as I moved away from them. But now that you're back, figured. Yeah, so this I assume you're talking about this guy here. It's just like a checker with numbers and colors and stuff, so that I can see what's stretching when I'm like UV mapping. So you can kind of see right here on the butt. You can, first of all, you can see that it's mirrored, like it's backwards, so the numbers are backwards. And you can kind of see that the squares right here are getting a little warped. So now I know that that section is kind of a little off, and I know that it's backwards. And this one's the right way around because they're mirrored. They're mirroring both sides. But I'm less concerned about the backwards thing. Actually, these are... I wonder if I should just turn off the mirror for these, now that I think about it. But that's the purpose. It's basically to kind of identify problem areas. And the stretching and stuff is not great, but I think because I'm baking some of it, it will bake where it needs to be. And if it's like really bad, then because my intention is to baking whatever detail I can off of this high poly onto the low poly, and that will give me kind of like a starting point to do the hand painted textures. And so for the baking portion, the stretching isn't a big deal because it can like figure it out. But when I start painting it by hand, that might actually be a bigger issue, because if I'm trying to draw a straight line, if I draw a straight line on the texture, it's not going to be straight on this because it's warped. It's warping the texture. So I'm going to leave it for now and just kind of see what it looks like. But if it's bad, then I'm going to have to go back and change that. So, but yeah, so that's what the rainbow texture thing is for. So it's best to avoid stretching at this point, but depending on what the texture is, it may not end up being a huge deal if there's a little bit of it. Yeah, there's kind of always stretching, and you can get away with, like, stretching isn't inherently bad, as long as you counter it, like, because let me see if I can find what could I pull up as an example. I don't know if I have anything. I guess like I guess this would be an example. These two. So this doesn't really, I guess, okay, so this is probably a good example here. You can see that this is someone's face, like this is the texture of a face, and this would wrap around like a model, like a head of a model and stuff. And on the model, it'd probably look fine. But you can see that around the edges here, it's stretching like in a weird, like it looks normal, even in the texture, because they probably projected it onto something. They probably did a bake. But this UV texture, this UV map would be stretching. Like if I had this model and I threw on just my checker, it would be stretching. But because they did some sort of projection or baking, it figured out where to put stuff to make it look right. And so it in the end result looks fine, but the actual UVs are probably pretty stretched. And so in my case, because I'm going to be doing some hand painted stuff, like having the textures kind of not be so stretched out will be helpful. But I could also then like take that and bake it onto like a different map that is more stretched to like conserve space and stuff, and I was thinking about doing that anyway. This is kind of not great. Oh, this is not great. What's happening here, friends? Let's see, where was I? Reminds me of paintless dent repair. Use a big light as the straight line, the reflection. Oh, a horrifying example. Yeah, well, that's what you get, man. There are worse in there. Like, yeah, the faces actually look pretty horrifying when you flatten them like that. Yeah, there's this one. That's not the image. There's this one, kinda. And then there's like the actual UV map of a face, which is another thing. So yeah, it gets kind of weird when you start doing faces like that. And then there's this guy. So they cut off the under the chin. This is probably, I guess it probably just cuts down the center. This is maybe the ears? I don't know. Yeah, I'm glad I could provide some nightmare fuel just before I go off to bed. Okay, but yeah, so that's what's going on there. So this is good. I'm gonna export this again. OBJ selection only, that's what I need. And this is actually the body LP. So that's good. And then I need to redo this one. Export legs. And then this is good, right? Okay. Hawoo! Head LP. Okay, cool. All right, so I'm gonna save this again for good measure. And this one I already saved. I'm gonna close this. I'm gonna close this. And we're good to go. So, yeah, that was good. Good. Got some stuff done tonight, actually. So that was cool. I appreciate you guys hanging out. It's got a lot of conversation going on, and that's always more interesting for me. And I appreciate it. So thanks for hanging out. And I assume all you guys already know about Monsters and Memories, the game we're making. This Beetle is for that game. But in case anyone out there doesn't know, the website is monstersandmemories.com. You can check it out. We also have that Discord that I gotta kind of link there in chat just for good measure and such. But yeah, and then that's it. We're good. We're good to go. Yeah, so I'm gonna head out, go to bed and stuff. And thanks again. And I'm gonna try again. Every Tuesday. I'm gonna try and do a stream in the evening here. So you can look out for that. And of course, I'm always in Discord. So yeah. Take care, guys.